Right. So the last two cars, the last two cars. What are you giving us here? An L train takes 10 seconds to pass a given point, or 2 seconds per car. That L had been going by the old man's window for at least 6 seconds and maybe more before the body fell, according to the woman. The old man would have had to hear the boy say, "I'm going to kill you," while the front of the L was roaring past his nose. It's not possible that he could have heard it. What do you mean? Sure, he could have heard it. With an L train going by, he said the boy yelled it out. An L train makes a lot of noise. It's enough for me. It's enough for me too. I don't think he could have heard it. Maybe the old man didn't hear it. I mean, with the L noise, what are you people talking about? Are you calling the old man a liar? Something doesn't fit. Well, it stands to reason. You're crazy. Why would he lie? What's he got to gain? Attention. Maybe. You keep coming up with these bright sayings. Why don't you send one into a newspaper? They pay $2. What does that have to do with a man's life? Why might the old man have lied? You have a right to be heard. It's just that I looked at him for a very long time. The seam of his jacket was split under his arm. Did you notice that? He was a very old man with a torn jacket, and he carried two canes. I think I know him better than anyone here. This is a quiet, frightened, insignificant man who has been nothing all his life, who has never had recognition, his name in the newspapers. Nobody knows him after 75 years. This is a very sad thing. A man like this needs to be recognized, to be questioned and listened to and quoted just once. This is very important. And you're trying to tell us he lied about a thing like this just so he could be important? No, he wouldn't really lie. But perhaps he'd make himself believe that he heard those words and recognized the boy's face. Well, that's the most fantastic story I've ever heard. How can you make up a thing like that? I'm not making it up. You must be making it up. People don't lie about things like that. He made himself believe he told the truth. What do you know about it? I speak from experience. What? I am the same man. I think we all understand now. Thank you. If you want to admit you're a liar, it's all right by me. Now, that is too much. He's a liar. He just told us so. He did not say he was a liar. He was explaining. Didn't you admit that you're a liar? Please. He was explaining the circumstances so that we could understand why the old man might have lied. There is a difference. A liar is a liar. That's all there is to it. Please have some compassion. Gentlemen, please, we have our job and our duty here. I think they've covered it. I hope we have. All right. Is there anything else? Cough drop? Oh, no, thank you. Anybody want a cough drop? Come on, let's get on it. I'll take one. Thank you. Now, there's something else I'd like to point out here. I think we proved that the old man couldn't have heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you." Well, I disagree. Let's hear him through anyway. But supposing the old man really did hear the boy say, "I'm going to kill you," this phrase, how many times has each of you used it? Probably hundreds. If you don't do that once more, Junior, I'm going to murder you. Come on, Rocky, kill him. We say it every day. This doesn't mean that we're really going to kill someone. Don't the circumstances alter that somewhat? The old man was murdered. One thing more. The phrase was, "I'm going to kill you." And the kid screamed it out at the top of his lungs. That's the way I understand it. Now, don't try and tell me he didn't mean it. Anybody says a thing like that, the way he said it, they mean it. And how they mean it. Well, let me ask you this. Do you really think the boy would shout out a thing like that so the whole neighborhood would hear him? I don't think so. He's much too bright for that. Bright? He's a common ignorant slob. He don't even speak good English. He doesn't even speak good English. The boy is clever enough. I'd like to change my vote to not guilty. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. The vote is 9-3 in favor of guilty. I'd like to know why you changed your vote. I think there's doubt. Where? What is the doubt? There's the knife. Oh, fine. He talked you into believing a fairy tale. Go on, give us the reasons. The old man, too. Maybe he didn't lie, but then just maybe he did. Maybe the old man doesn't like the kid. Well, if that isn't the end, I believe that there is reasonable doubt. What are you basing it on? Stories that this guy made up? He ought to write for a Amazing Detective Monthly. He'd make a fortune. Listen, the kid had a lawyer, didn't he? Why didn't his lawyer bring up all these points? Lawyers can't think of everything. Oh, brother, you sit in here and pull stories out of thin air. Now we're supposed to believe that the old man didn't get out of bed, run to the door, and see the kid beat it downstairs 15 seconds after the killing?